Thanks for your help. I'll be honest, you're not what I was expecting.
I very rarely am. I like this one, Chewie. Tell Han she's a keeper.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon? Should I have? It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Kessel Run Weekly. My name is Danny.
And I'm Kristen.
And today we are talking Forces of Destiny.
Forces of Destiny!
Of Destiny! I feel like a guitar riff should be there or something like...
Yeah, just edit that in later.
Oh, of course. So we were talking Forces of Destiny Season 2. And overall, I guess not getting too much into it just yet, but I actually enjoyed this better than the first season. What did you think?
I don't know. I kind of enjoy all of them. They all have their own little unique story twist for different parts of the Star Wars universe, I guess. And I don't know. I always enjoy them. They're always fun to watch.
Well, I just felt like, as far as like the season 2, it was an improvement on the first, improvement on the first season, which I guess the season over season it should, anyways. But yeah.
Yeah.
You don't agree?
I mean, I guess maybe because I can't recall all of them. So, I don't know. I remember like the Rey one that we watched in the beginning last year. That one, that was like the first one that came out. And it was kind of like, but I don't know. I can only think of a few of them. So
well, and to your point, like in all honesty, so the season 1 of Forces of Destiny, I liked it, but it was unimpressive to me. Again, it wasn't for my age. It wasn't for our demographic of any kind.
Nor was this.
That's true. Nor was this. But, and that's the thing is, like, I feel like it, I don't know, there was just something different about this one that I felt like it was more impactful, or it lend to, I don't know, more of the story, I guess, of the canon.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, because, I mean, a lot of the first season was more just kind of like, oh, here's some cute little cartoon girls and some boys, and here's some random adventure they went on. Like, this has nothing to do with anything. Some of them kind of tied in, but this one, this one tied in right in the middle of everything. Like, every episode had, you know, it banked into some movie. Right. In between movies.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, they definitely were more impactful, like you said. So.
Well, and in the first season, like, the only one that I remember that, like, I guess excited me or whatever for it tying into different things was, like, when we found out that Hera was on the Battle of Endor before even the Rebels season finale. I don't know that you got to watch that one or not. I know I watched that one without you. But, yeah.
Is that the one that, when we realized that Hera and Leia know each other?
No. So this was one, it was where actually Hera met Han on Endor.
Oh, see, I think I
Chopper met
that.
R2, like all of that. Yeah.
We need to go back and watch those.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that one was a cool one, because that was when I was kind of like loosely following Force of Destiny, I guess. So like I saw all the first ones that came out, because I was like, cool, I really want to know what this is going to be about and everything, because it was a new animation style. Filoni was still involved with it, all that kind of stuff. And then when it just kind of, I don't know, it was kind of like a, cool, whatever.
Well,
it's Star Wars. It's fun.
Well, it got a lot of hate when it first came out, sadly. But I mean,
and it's still getting it. And I don't know. I still don't understand it. This whole forces of feminism, like, for one, you're not even using the word correctly. It doesn't make sense. We're not going to get into that. But even still, like, this whole thing about, I don't know. We're not even going to go into there. But anyways, so let's talk Forces of Destiny Season 2. Okay. Because Danny doesn't want to get on a rant tonight, because unfortunately, Forces of Destiny gets a lot of unnecessary hate. Because, again, Star Wars is for everyone, but even George Lucas said it was made for 12-year-olds. It was made for kids. And you've got grown adults crying about how Kathleen Kennedy is snatching away their Star Wars because they're putting heroines in front of the camera instead of more guys and stuff like that, which I think it's cooler. Like, girls kicking butts a lot cooler than a guy, because we've seen it for forever
that's
and
those,
everything.
like, old Star Wars fans that are reading in between the lines saying, Kathleen Kennedy said she's not going to make us any more movies, and all she's going to do is give us these stupid little cartoons. That's all we get. Of course we hate it.
Not my Star Wars. No.
Right? Oh my gosh.
But yeah, but
like, it's fine, guys. Yeah. It's literally for little kids. Just take it for what it is, or just don't even watch it. Like, it's just not that deep.
And I agree. And to that too, with Forces of Destiny, I love the premise of it, where it's for younger Star Wars fans, like young Star Wars fans, where those kids that are watching YouTube all the time. I mean, our niece Madison always watching YouTube, and so that's one way to reach those kids and bring up those younger Star Wars fans.
You're absolutely right, because that is what's in right now. These little shorts is what gets people involved. You just can't expect kids to fall in love with Star Wars when you're not catering to the kids of this generation. Like, it just happens with everything. Everything that moves forward with the next generation of children has to cater to them in some form or fashion. They cater to y'all. We're catering to them now. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars.
It's a cool generation that we're in, a cool time that we live in, where literally Star Wars is everywhere. And Star Wars is cool. Like, didn't used to be that way. So, I mean, not necessarily that it has to be cool to be liked or anything, but it's popular. And it's everywhere, and that's the coolest part.
Yeah, and I think I appreciate that they're trying to keep it alive, too. I mean, they could have just been done with it. No one has to try to keep Star Wars alive this long at this point. Like, you could have just been done. Say no more. You didn't have to have Clone Wars. You didn't have to have Rebels. I mean, yes, it's a great story.
Such a dark world you're describing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But they want it to, and they're trying to get newer generations to love it. And, I mean, it's great. I mean, I love it, so...
Well, definitely. And bringing the conversation back to the Season 2 of Forces of Destiny, sorry, this is our little rant. But, I mean, as far as the Season 2 of Forces of Destiny, though, like, I feel like not only has the art improved and everything, because I know that there was a whole lot of jokes about Anakin's giant nose.
I did not even catch that. I remember that now, though. I remember that everyone thought Anakin looked really funny.
Well, he kind of did. I mean...
I'm not going to disagree, I'm just saying.
Like... He kind of did look a little funny, but, like, I mean, they did some upgrading on the animation, and... Well, I'm sorry, not the animation, the art and everything, which, minor things. So, I mean, it's not like stand out like, oh my god, that's just crazy. But, I mean, it's just a little bit of stuff that, like...
It was crazy.
The little bit of stuff that just kind of adds to it, you know?
Right.
So that's what's really cool. And so...
I love the art of it. I think it's really cute.
I like it, too.
All the characters have big little anime eyes just about. And they're all just really sparkly, just staring at you.
No.
Little baby faces, and you're so cute. Just want to squeeze your little cheeks.
Oh my goodness!
Love it, for real.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's great.
I want little dolls and stuff.
Oh well, we got them. I have them where I work. They're like everywhere. Some of them are even on clearance. It's kind of sad because like no one's coming to buy any of them. Like the same ones that have been there when we first got them. Yeah, there's actually dolls. Well, I'll have to update you on this. Get some. I did see a post here recently, I'm not sure who posted it, where Hasbro, though, was responding to somebody about the Ahsoka doll that was supposed to come out in March. Didn't come out. So now they're saying 2019, next year, and everything. And it's like, come on, that would be the most popular one of all of them. And that one gets delayed? Like, come on. I'm not hating at all. Like, I'm just saying that Ahsoka, I mean, she's a very popular character. All the other ones, I mean, yes, they are popular. Rey, Leia, I think, what was it? Rey, Leia, Sabine. There's a Sabine one that's really cool, and Jyn. All of them are really cool and everything, but like Ahsoka is like the one everybody's been buzzing about and everything. Oh, she's top notch. But yeah. So, but anyways, though, so I want to talk about the episodes and everything, because some of them actually, so there were some of them that were just cute. They were kind of feel good and everything.
A couple of them. I think for the most part, for season 2, though, I think 75% of them probably had to do with actual.
Oh, they really tied in. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there were a couple that were definitely just kind of like, oh, we're just going to throw this little cute bit in here.
So we're not going to go and like recap the episodes or anything, but we do want to talk about the episodes. There's 8 of them in season 2. All of them, like what, maybe 5 minutes a piece or something like that.
Something like
that. Yeah,
whatever.
probably not, but
maybe not.
Very
maybe
short,
like
but yeah.
Probably more like 3, but we'll give Danny his extra 2 minutes. It's fine.
Okay.
Extra 2 minutes of fame.
Anyways, but yeah, so starting with episode 1. So starting off with that, it was Hera and Sabine and Chopper, and I miss Rebels. That was my takeaway from that episode, is how much I miss Rebels. What about you?
I mean, yeah, I miss Rebels. It was a really cute little thing, and I don't know, to me it was a little different dynamic than Rebels, though.
Oh, well, definitely. It's cool hearing Hera, Sabine, and Chopper and all of them back in action together and everything, especially now that we know Dave Filoni is Chopper. Like, it made it even better.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
How could you forget? Like, that was like the revelation of Rebels.
For you, not me. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't watch all of Rebels with you. Well, I did. We went back and I watched it. But
yes.
I didn't start hardcore watching it with you until
it was
the season before last. Yeah. I think. Like season...
Because we caught you up with Twilight of the Apprentice with Ahsoka versus Vader, and then you were hooked from them.
Yeah, I think you were watching that episode. And
which is actually what got me hooked, too.
Yeah, well, I think you were watching it, and I happened to come around the corner or be sitting there with
as you usually do.
And I just happened to watch it. I mean, y'all, I'm just going to admit it. It wasn't just Rebels that got me. It was Vader. Vader's one of my favorite characters.
No, you're a Vader fangirl for sure.
I'm definitely a Vader fangirl. So when I saw Vader,
anything Vader,
anything that like ties Vader into it, or the Anakin Vader dynamic, it drags me in. Pulls me.
She's
in.
like, I can fix him.
I probably could. Sorry, Padme.
Oh my gosh. But I loved we keep getting off track. I promise this episode's about Forces of Destiny.
What is it?
But yeah, no, like especially the part where they mix up the transports and stuff like that and everything. I thought that was cool, kind of like a cheesy Star Wars whatever. And then Chopper comes up with the correct ship. I was like, yes, because it's Filoni, and that makes it even funnier. And so I don't know, it adds a lot for me. But I thought that first episode was cute.
Yeah, it really was. I liked it too. It was really funny. I liked how Hera sent the stormtroopers on a little back and forth.
Oh, yeah. Shook them up a little bit before she abandoned ship.
Yeah, I don't know what guy thought it was a good idea to take a flamethrower thing up there and start trying to bust the door down with the flames while they're in the air, and they start flying around. Like, it's a miracle no one caught on fire. Like, this is just like the woman side of me, the mama-ness coming out.
It's like, I can't believe you're doing that. No.
Literally, like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, he's an idiot. They're going to all catch on fire. And then none of them did, because it's cartoon, obviously.
Well,
that doesn't happen. But
that doesn't happen. Yeah.
That was just the mama-ness inside me being like, boy.
All right.
Fire out.
Well, on to episode 2.
I like this one. This was really funny. You see at the beginning... Anakin and Padme meeting, and he's like, oh, it took some real convincing to get this mission, Padme, and they're like, oh, yes, alone time, finally. And as they're about to, get on the ship, you hear Ahsoka yelling, Master! And she's, running in the distance like a little kid, just about.
And ruins their honeymoon.
Pretty much. Because, they're just like, oh, alone time, and then all of a sudden, here comes Ahsoka. And Padme's, happy to have her. She's like, come on, Ahsoka.
Well, she's doing the wifely thing, like, yeah, sure, you can come, sweetie. And Anakin's like, bruh, come on. What?
But alone time.
But, come on. But no, I love this one because of, the implications that it has on Anakin and Padme's story. Because up until now, the only ones... I mean, I feel like it's assumed that Obi-Wan kind of knew, but it was that... Just because, I mean, I think it was Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith, after Order 66 and everything, that he figures out that the babies belong to Anakin with Padme. Because he's sitting there and he goes, oh my God, they're Anakin's. And that's when he puts it together. And so it's not like it was in his face. It was almost like they were sneaking around and fooled him or whatever. Well, no, definitely. But I mean, it's interesting that Ahsoka knew. Like, she knew. And that's not something that was ever been really established. Like, it's been hinted at because she's been around them a lot. But, like, this was, like, in your face. Ahsoka knew, and she was almost like, go get him, Tiger. Like, almost encouraged it. Which is which I thought was really cool. Like, and I'm not even going to lie. Like, you make fun of me all you want, but I did get a little misty-eyed at it. Because I love... I love Anakin, Padme, and Ahsoka, little space family. I love it. It's great. What are you laughing at me for?
I got a little misty eyed.
Shut up. But anyways.
It's okay, baby. I still love you.
You're a horrible human being.
I'm sorry. I still love you. I still love you.
But anyways, no, I love little space family with Padme, Anakin, and Ahsoka, and just the fact that Ahsoka was in on it and everything, and that she was like all approval and everything. I don't know, just a lot of it was really cool. And then we also get to see Ahsoka's ship, or the style of ship that she has at the end of Rebels, which was really cool. Mm-hmm. So episode 3. So this is Rose and Finn on their way to Canto Bight.
Yes, to find the Master Code Breaker.
Yes. So...
some weird jellyfish pop up. Colorful jellyfish. It kind of reminded me of Finding Nemo.
So it wasn't just me that was singing in my head, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Yeah, and they start hopping across the tops of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen, sadly, but...
I felt like it would have added a lot if they did.
It would have, most definitely. Very colorful jellyfish.
Been a new form of transportation in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Well, we saw what happened when they touched them, though.
Yeah.
When it touched them, I guess. I'm not sure if it went the same way there.
Yeah. Well, and it's good that we found out that Rose's taser is like a multi-tool. It can fix BB-8. Not only can it basically fry Finn and make him not be able to feel his teeth, but it fixes BB-8 now, so...
that's good.
It's got multiple uses, so that's good.
Yeah, that one didn't impress me. I mean, it definitely was dead center in the middle of Last Jedi, but...
yeah. Well, it kind of reminded me of the one from the first season where it was what was it? Han, Rey, and Finn on the way to Maz's castle, where they had to get rid of the tracker and all that kind of stuff, and it was a bomb and all this other kind of thing. It wasn't necessarily as exciting and intense, but kind of like we're on the way to whatever or whatnot. I didn't feel like the Rose and Finn thing really added a whole lot, but it was a cool little added of, hey guys, remember TLJ's here.
Alright, so then we got episode 4. I always like seeing Jen, because this is one with Jen. Mm-hmm. And I always like seeing Jen, because obviously she doesn't exist anymore. She is gone.
That's a delicate way of putting it.
But yes, I always like seeing Jen. She's one of my favorite female characters, I think. And I don't know if it's just because we don't see enough of her, or maybe it's because I want more from her. I'm not sure. But...
well, she's not your typical heroine either. But yeah, I mean, I like this one too, with Batboy returning after she saved... or no, she didn't save a Batboy. It was Sabine that saved the Batboy in the first one.
I was like...
yeah.
I heard you say something about Bat-Kid or Batboy.
Yeah.
When he popped up, and I was like...
I don't know the actual species name, but yeah, the little Bat Kid was in the Sabine and Ketsu one. But no, I liked it with the whole, because like one thing that I liked from the first season was that it all had a lesson of some kind. Like you had Rey being kind to the what was it, the night something, the night sand night thing. I don't know, the little night worm, I guess.
The
sandworm thing. She was nice to it and everything, and I don't know, like all of it had kind of like a lesson. These don't feel like they have really lessons per se, but more they tie into like the overall story. But this one did, where I mean the kid was hungry, and so at the beginning of it, he's getting shooed away and everything for stealing, and then eventually after he steals from Jen, she feeds him, and he's like, "Oh, thank you," and it was, I don't know.
I think they have underlying messages, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
So it's not something that's really obvious like the first season, but it definitely has a little something in there.
I'd agree. But yeah, I always like seeing Jen as well.
Yeah.
Rogue One still stands as one of my favorite Star Wars movies, for sure. It's just so well written. So yeah.
I don't know if I can classify as a favorite just because everyone literally dies. But But I do agree. It's a really great movie, though. It's very well written.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah. So, cool. So, on to the next one.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Tito has no respect for no one.
No, he doesn't. Darn you, Tito.
Darn it, Tito.
Tito!
But yeah, so I think this is like pre-Force Awakens because she's still a junker and everything.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting because so it's basically Rey doing her daily routine of gathering and everything to get her 1/4 portion a day.
1/4 portion.
1/4 portion.
Yes.
But she runs into Tito, who you may remember from The Force Awakens, who tried to jack up BB-8. Yeah. So yeah.
Tried to get BB-8.
Yep. So with Tito, like I thought it was cool that like even Tito like has a moral line where like he was gonna steal all the stuff still after she saved his life, steal all the stuff from her, and she was like, "Bruh, I saved your life," and he's like,
no, he definitely wasn't happy about handing that bag over, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, I can just imagine what he was saying, too, because, like, in the Force Awakens novel, like, in the actual movie, it doesn't translate what he's saying as he's, like, stomping off on his little thing that he's riding and everything. But, like, in the novel, it says something to the effect that, like, he's using language that would make your hair curl. And stuff like that. And so I can only imagine what he's saying as he's handing over the stuff that he just stole from her. Because he's sitting there going on in the background as she's walking away. So, but that Tito.
Tito's just got to have all the stuff.
All the stuff.
Had to pull that gold one out. And
I know. It almost kind of felt like Indiana Jones like for a minute. When he pulled it out and all of a sudden everything starts crumbling. Right. It's like, well, crap.
Well, it's the person who, wants all the treasure and...
Greed, man.
Can't resist it, so they do anyway, knowing the whole temple's going to fall down on you, or the whole whatever is just going to crash down. Well, I guess he didn't know, but Rey tried to warn him.
Well, it's because he has no respect for anyone.
Disrespectful little brat.
But yeah, so... In some of these episodes, they don't really have a whole lot to them. Like, it's literally just, that was cool. But, I mean, this was one of them that was neat and everything. Seeing that Rey and Tito, well, I mean, you kind of know that they have a history in Force Awakens. You kind of get that vibe. But you see a little glimpse of it in this, which is cool.
I think when you're in that form of business, I guess, I think you kind of gain a mutual respect in some form or fashion.
I guess that would be maybe why Tito actually listened to Rey.
Maybe.
Because otherwise, why else would he let go of something that was going to get her 60 portions?
Right.
With BB-8, so maybe that had something to do with it. Do you know? We'll ask JJ.
Right.
But yes, so the next episode, which I think you really liked.
I did.
Episode 6.
Yes, I like this one a lot.
Mm-hmm. So this one was a Leia episode. Mm-hmm. Leia met Maz. Between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yes, she's also
which
with
was pretty
Chewie
cool.
and R2-D2.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool, though, because, like, I mean, obviously, the first time we ever hear of Maz Kanata is in Force Awakens.
Right, and Han knows her.
And Han knows her, yeah. Right. I mean, and obviously, they have a long-standing history and everything, so it stands to reason that they've met multiple times and everything. But Leia's seeking her out. Right. Which is really cool. Like, it's really cool. They meet and everything.
Yeah, and I like that, too, because even Maz, like, she was doing something, and Leia walks up and she's like, let's just get this over with. Where's Maz? And she's like, oh, I'm down here. And,
is that short people life?
Yeah, short people life. Because Maz, super short. And then she's like, oh, you must be Leia. So we know, and we know in this little chatter back and forth that Han obviously has talked of Leia, to Maz. Right. And I just think, I don't know, it was so much cooler. We kind of figured that because, how's Han not going to talk about Leia? But it's so much cooler to know that he did talk about her. Even, and this is the cool part, too, because this is like, in between the whole, I love you, I know.
Yeah, this is right after it. Yeah. Well, so shortly after it, yeah.
So that at this point, I mean, they're getting kind of serious, but they're not serious at this point. This is just kind of the, oh no, you're going to be frozen, I love you.
Well, carbonite speeds up relationships, so.
Of course. So it makes you wonder, at what point did Han tell Maz about Leia?
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? That's true, because he would have had to say something obviously, prior to him getting frozen.
A really fresh relationship.
That's true. Not much of a relationship really at that point either, so yeah.
Exactly. So it would have been
Han goes home to talk to Mom.
Right. So
that's cool. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah, it's still a fresh relationship, so it's cute to think that even though Han acts like he's that little, like, tough guy, you know, that nothing really gets to him, he doesn't have feelings, it's whatever. He obviously had always felt feelings, which we realize that too, you know what I'm saying? But
he at least mentioned Leia at some point.
Yes,
yeah,
that's just cool to see that.
Yeah, whether being his macho smuggler self or...
Right.
or whatnot, but yeah.
His starstruck. I met a princess.
Aw. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, and then we also get to see how she gets her Bausch disguise from Return of the Jedi.
Yes, that was
really cool. Which has always been one of my favorite scenes. Like, I just don't know why, but I love that. Especially when she whips out the thermal detonator at Jabba, and it's like, eh? And it turns it off. Like, I've always loved that. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. Because, like, it was neat seeing... Because, I mean, I guess you kind of assume that... I don't know if Bausch is the name of the bounty hunter. I would assume. But I guess you would kind of assume that bounty hunter had... a fame of some kind because they just let him or let her in and everything into Jabba's. Well, I mean, pretty much everybody was just walking up into Jabba's palace. But yeah, so it was interesting seeing her fight that bounty hunter to get that bounty hunter's like get up and everything, costume and stuff. I liked how R2-D2 was the one who delivered almost the final blow. Not quite, I think. I think Leia got her last lick in. But with that daggum crane, just like popped him against the wall. I was like, it's a wonder the bounty hunter's not dead. So, I mean, we really don't.
Well, he had armor.
Yeah.
Had helmet.
But at the same time, I don't know. I love how Maz looked at the costume and was like, you know what? That's about your size, isn't it? So always thinking of smuggling. But yes. But no, I thought that was a really cool episode. I really enjoyed that one.
It was. We definitely get to see, you know, how Leia gets that costume, and I think that's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
So.
For sure. So cool. Episode 7. 7. This is the Luke one.
Yeah. So...
Which, first off, Mark Hamill's actually voicing Luke in this one. Like, holy crap, that's awesome. It was a little weird hearing, like, a older Luke playing a younger Luke, because you can definitely tell. But it was still cool that it's Mark, though. I mean, you can't replace Luke. So, I don't know. It was neat to me hearing him voice him and everything. Because, I mean, as you know, I'm sure most of you know, Mark Hamill's a very, very talented voice actor. So it was cool that they invited him in to do something like that. This is also the first Forces Destiny episode that did not include a female hero. At all. Yep, we got Yoda, R2-D2, and Luke on Dagobah, and I think Empire Strikes Back.
Run,
yeah,
run.
Yeah, exactly. Run. It's that scene.
I'll be in that while you run.
Because he's like, oh well, no, you'll carry me. That's what you're gonna do.
Right.
And Luke's like, wait, what?
Not only on the ground, just like jumping over rocks and logs. Like they were up in the trees, like Tarzan.
Yes.
Not even using vines, just running.
Yep.
And then at one point, Yoda gets this great idea to be like, use the Force, Luke, and like covers his eyes with his tiny little green hand.
Funniest looking thing.
I just need to know how Yoda even had that width on his arms. I feel like he's like a little T-Rex, and he's like, oh.
He's got longer arms than we think.
Apparently, because I just thought it was really funny.
It was really funny. It was really funny to watch because like it was cool because it's right before like Luke really like lets go and he does what he's been trying to do and doesn't fail doing it. And as far as like jumping through the stuff and everything, he's like, I could actually see the things and everything. And Yoda's like, cool. Now let's keep doing it. And he's like, really? More trees? Are we going anywhere? Like, is there a point to this? But I don't know. Luke being Luke.
The Force.
But yes, the entire time I was singing the Seagulls song.
Yeah.
The entire time.
In my head I was trying to let you know that though.
It's a given.
I know that
you kind of can't not sing the Seagull song.
Well, I know, and I kind of wish like at least a little like
like a little bit in the background music.
Yeah, or have Yoda kind of humming it.
Just acknowledge it.
in the backpack or something. I do think he did use a line saying, like, "While I'll be in your backpack while you run," or something. I thought I heard that, unless it's just me making that up.
It was you making it up. He did say something like, while you run. Like, he did say something that kind of reminded me of the song.
Yeah,
but,
I remember hearing something. Maybe it was just either the backpack or the while you run or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And I just kind of wish that they would have added that in, but I know, since it's not technically, like, from Star Wars, like...
I mean, we've accepted it as canon.
I mean, I know we have, but I don't think the people who made it would...
Fair enough.
Probably want a nice paycheck out of that.
Fair enough.
So, just give them what they want.
But yes, we need to make the Seagulls song canon now, officially. But yes, that was a cool episode.
We're going to start every episode.
We're going to call that the Seagulls episode.
Yeah, we're going to start every episode with that now.
Oh, are we? Okay, cool. We'll work on the licensing for that. Episode 8. Our final episode of the season.
Porgalicious.
Porgalicious. Yes.
Those porgs were cute.
Yes, they were.
I mean, I can't lie and say that none of the porgs are cute, because they're all cute. All of them are cute. The ones in the movie are cute. The ones in this are cute. I don't think I've seen an ugly porg yet.
Not yet.
Other than the roasted one that Chewbacca. That one was quite ugly.
It looked tasty, though.
No, it didn't.
It did, though. Like, it was basted and everything. Like, it was good. It had, like, a golden skin, man. Like, I would have eaten it.
It was charred just right.
Was I the only one, though, in this episode that when the porg ignited the lightsaber, like, I was like, oh my god, did he just impale one of his friends?
I thought they were going to turn into little chicken nuggets. Like, slice one in half, and then you get...
I know, it was like we had to snap back in and go, this is a kid's show. This is a kid's show.
I know.
But as soon as the lightsaber ignited, the first thing I thought of was I don't know if it's an edit or... I know it's not a deleted scene, but where somebody edited the porgs when they're playing with the lightsaber on Octu, and it goes straight through one of the other one's head. I was like, well, we just got that, so...
Yeah.
It was kind of like don't run with that!
That was funny, though, and I mean, this one, even though it seems so small and unimportant, like it did, at the end of it, had something important, because even when you got to the end, after all the porgs start jumping off the cliff into the water to get away from Rey, because she's chasing them, obviously.
Didn't know porgs could swim.
Trying to get her lightsaber back. Didn't know they could swim either, but obviously they can with their little bitty flappy wings. And as the last one with the lightsaber jumps off the cliff, she's like holding it up in the air with the Force. And I like that, because after she got it back in, she's all like, oh, I didn't know I could do that either. And it was really cute, and it was cute, but it was cool because obviously this is her realizing what she can do. And before the porgs took her lightsaber, she was up there playing with rocks anyway, using the Force, moving them around. So she obviously was in a time of need, and I feel like that's what always happens with the Force. Anytime you really need it,
that's when you really tap in.
Right, yeah. Anytime something really eventful, really traumatizing, or really like, I need to rescue you from falling off this cliff, like,
or if you're sucked out of a bridge into space and become Carrie Poppins.
Right. Like, all of a sudden, the Force is you. So, and you just know how to use it all of a sudden, whether you've done it before or not.
Well, I like that it opened on where, like, how Luke says that the Force is more than lifting rocks. And this episode opens with her lifting rocks. So it's almost like she was doing what she knew. Of, okay, well, I know that I can pick up things and move things with my mind, and cool. Because I don't think this was at a point where she was, like, necessarily training with Luke. I don't think he had decided to... I mean, it doesn't say. But I don't know. I got the feeling that it was before he was, like, 3 lessons or whatnot, so...
I think this is after she cut the rock in half.
You think so?
And she made the nun turtles mad.
The turtle nuns?
Yeah, because didn't that rock slide into something and knocked it off?
Yeah, it destroyed their cart.
Yeah, so I think after she decided to hide back in that direction, that's why she set the lightsaber down. And she was like, oh, I'm not doing anything, I'm just playing with rocks.
Just kind of like crawl away and be like,
she's just playing with rocks.
Didn't see anything.
Exactly. I think that was around that time.
Yeah. Okay.
Way, she didn't have to be associated with that. Because she's already
Fair
made
enough.
those little turtle nuns mad.
Yeah, she has.
A lot.
They are not a fan.
No.
So yeah. But cool. So that's actually all of the episodes. So overall, I think we agree that it was a great season. They definitely stepped up their game from the first one. I haven't heard as much complaining about Force of Destiny, but in all honesty, I've kind of like muted a lot of those that I've seen from before. Because like I get if you don't like a thing, but don't try to ruin it for everyone else.
Right.
Like that's not cool. Like you can not like it, and we can talk about how you don't like it. I do every day online with a lot of you guys that follow us, that listen to the podcast and everything. And they're really cool conversations. Like, I like hearing why you do or do not like something. But there's a way to do it, you know? And every one of you guys, you guys have been great, respectful, fun to talk to be honest. I haven't run into anybody who has just been nasty, you know what I mean? Haven't had to block anybody, which is really cool. It's not a challenge, by the way. Not a challenge at all. but yeah, I mean, I'm really appreciative of you guys, and I really appreciate you guys listening to the show, commenting on our stuff, talking to us every day and everything. Thank you, I guess, is the short of the long. So yeah.
Yes.
If that's how you say that. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you
for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
But yeah, so we enjoyed this season. I hope you guys did too. We definitely want to hear what you thought. You guys can chat with us anytime. We love talking with you guys back and forth on any of our socials. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Kessel Run Weekly. Or on our website, kesselrunweekly.com. We've got a contact form right on the front page where if you guys want to email us, talk about Star Wars theories, any news that you've come across, anything cool that you want to talk about Star Wars, whether we agree or disagree, let's talk about it. We'd love to hear from you guys. And hey, it might even make it on the show. Also, if you are on iTunes, guys, please be sure to leave us a 5-star review and let us know what you like about the show, what you don't like, all that good stuff. Your reviews help us and open opportunities for us when we go to do cool things in the Star Wars realm. So definitely help us out with that. And thank you for listening. Again, we really appreciate you guys sticking with us. We are nearing our 100th episode coming soon. So very excited about that. But thank you guys again. And until next time, my name is Danny.
I'm Kristen.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.